This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Miguel, Paterson, and welcome back to another video. Today we're on, I think, episode 4 of Come Design With Me, which is the logo design challenge, and we are trying to brand Pazeal. If you're new to Come Design With Me, it is a branding challenge where you guys take the brief that I've set out for a fictitious company and you vote on the designs that you've submitted that you like the most. The winner gets a $200 Amazon gift card voucher at the end of the series. And before I carry on, yes, you can still submit your work. This carries on every week. All the details of the competition are in the link down below. It's a Millernote link where you'll find the brief, how you sign up for it, and everything else. All the information is down below, especially the deadline date for submissions. And like we do every week, I checked to see who got the votes last week, and it was Eric with 177 votes, which was 52% of you guys voted, with Camille coming in second place last week. So Eric, well done, you are into the finals. I believe you were in the finals last time as well, so it's good to see that you won this one too. So the first submission of this week is from Jemmy. That's all the name I got, and here is the work that we've got. So Pazeal is a company where we receive and do online transactions with. It's kind of like the new PayPal, and you've gone here, Jemmy, to a very subdued color form. Now what I can say about the logo is that there's probably a lot of work we can do with this, although I do like your concept. For instance, the Pazeal, the color formation and the system that you've got here kind of makes sense with the P and the Z. It kind of looks like an S, but I understand where you got the curve from, because you see, if you guys don't see it, this is a P and this is supposed to be a Z as well. Kind of looks like a row map with a big squiggly line with the corresponding colors happening down here. Now what I would suggest to do, Jemmy, is to really brighten up those colors, because right now the colors that you've got there are kind of boring. The easiest way to do this is the way that I would do it, is to see what other colors people are using in the industries that we're talking about. So they're kind of like bright colors, they're not just subdued little colors. And the way we can do that is by taking all of these and going up to the color form here, little color wheel, and we can edit all of these colors by linking them together and changing the hues right here. And we can also change the hue and saturation. So like right here is a good one. Saturation, let's bring that up. The brightness, bring that up. Take this background color here and we can even change it to something like a white. And even there we've got like an even better sort of color form right there for your company. It really stands out and the colors really come at you. You've also shown us here the system, because a part of the brief is to create a system for this to be used in an app, and you've got a pattern here. Now a lot of people are starting to do patterns now. Ever since I asked them, that's probably the best thing to do. And the reason why patterns work really well is because it's basically free branding, and also anything that works in a pattern means it's a unified logo. We can see here the Pazeal app there. Now the only issue that I have with the app icon would be that it should just be one P. I think the Pazeal logo would look great if you got rid of that. That right there would be a really cool logo, because it's simple and it follows geometric shape. Let's see, you can even like edit this out a bit to be a bit more rounded on the corners if we needed it to be. Things like that, you know, making things simpler. That's all the idea about logo design. You've got the app icon here again. And again, if I was to show you what I mean by this, it would be taking this, making sure that this is a full square. So there's some things to think about, Jemmy. I hope that helps. The next submission comes from Greg, and he has given us a lot of work, as you can see here, to look through. Now, Greg, the first thing I can see and tell you about your logo is, one, you've got your colors in blue again, which is great. You've got this teal color, which I don't know whether that's a subliminal thing for zeal, but teal sounds like zeal. Teal and zeal. What I don't like, first off, and something that I would encourage you to change, would be the weight of the type here. It is way too thin. Now in the days that we live in, the type has to be thick and bold or uniformly small. And the reason why is, if I was to take this and scale it down, it's very hard to see. There's not really an icon in place. So if I was to look at it when it was small, I would think to myself, I need to make this slightly thicker or even thicker so it stands out, so it's legible. I like your slogan as well down here, get excited, get paid. Very good branding right there. That gives a really nice tone to the brand itself. And the icon here, this, I like the gradient, but the gradient is way too light. And here's like the basic one here. So let's look at something else. Here is your icon. So your icon here has got way too much like sort of going into it, but I think I understand it. Now let's make sure I do understand where you've come from here. So here's how you came up with your logo idea, and many different logos going on here. This is very interesting to look at. I think this one down here would have been the best for you personally, with a bit more tracking. But this icon that I'm looking at right now could be made a lot better simply by simplifying it. Now I say simply, it's not simple to simplify a logo at all, because we want to keep things in there that keep context to the brand, so I understand what you're trying to do. It kind of looks like a currency symbol as well, with the dash lines at the top, and it's showing sort of movement, and you're guiding people like a map. So what I would suggest to do, Greg, would be to eliminate one of these concepts in there. It doesn't have to be the most creative logo, it just has to work. So my thought would be maybe get rid of the bubble and the arrow and just keep these two lines here and make it thicker. So add more weight to it. We can see here that you've got all your other work here. So you've got the variants for the lighter background. You've got the ones with the darker background right there as well. You've got the brand colors as well. And also, Greg, you've got too many brand colors in there. We need to get it down to 3 main brand colors with complementaries to the side. And I think you've done that here, but it seems sort of like, you know, jumped together. Oh yeah, so you got Zeal Teal here as well, which is great, you know, a good choice of color, but I would say it needs to be worked on in the background. Your app here looks amazing. I love the font choice you've used here, and I think, you know, we could like work on the way that this is shown here, the get paid and make a payment thing. We could work on that. I like it how you've got your app icon here as well, which works too. We don't want it to look like a cryptocurrency at all, but I understand fully where you're coming from. If you were to take someone like me, for example, where I own a business and I need a company kind of like PayPal, but this is Payzeal, which is a competitor. If I needed something like that, I would need someone or a company that I could trust my money with. So I wouldn't have the icon as a currency icon, which is what a lot of people are going for. I would have it as something that it's its own brand aesthetic. I like this. Wilma Peterson likes your business card idea too. Just be careful with your business card as well. This needs to be further to the left. This needs to come right up here. Keep it in the grid. Overall, Greg, I like the work that you've done here. It is really cool. Well done. The last and final submission for today. We're only doing 3 today because we need to work on getting more out for the live stream that is coming, is from Miguel. Now, Miguel has gone for a very blocky and modern looking logo type here and icon, with an emphasis on the icon. First off, Miguel, I love the colors that you've got going on here. Very simple. The only color that I don't like is the black. Get rid of that black. We need that just to be blue. Keep that blue. Keep it uniform. Keep it blue. Get that right down so it fits in line with this. I would say that the zeal here as well, after you finish, you know, kern that correctly, I would say to create a bit less contrast in there, because the paint is very thick and the zeal is very thin. This only works in paragraphing. First off, I love the idea of the logo. It's very sharp, and I love the aesthetic of it. Little word of warning though, you've got here, if I go to outline mode, you've got some strange shapes there that you have not cut out of it yet. So just warning you about that, because that's going to cause some havoc with your clients if they find that out. The one that I love most though has got to be this one. It's a very unique icon, a really unique logo. Make sure that we sort of expand this out and flatten the transparency. So dude, I absolutely love this icon here, because you've done a very good job in keeping it square, very friendly but bold as well, and it just looks very intense. I think you could do a bit more work on it, such as the placement of, like, you know, rounded parts. So for instance, it's going to be very hard, but here I'd like to see it a bit more rounded on the side here. And then I'm not too sure what these little bits mean over here. Is it just to keep space there, or is it for another reason? So dude, well done. I like it. Just keep working on it. I would suggest to bring it to me again when you've come up with the final concept. Take the words of advice that I've given you. Make sure it's all presented well, bring it back to the competition, and we'll get you into another video. I just want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. If you're like me and you're a designer, especially freelance, and it's so important to have your own website online that is, one, easy to edit, easy to put up, that's hassle-free and inexpensive. I've been with Squarespace for over 2 years, I think it's like 3 years now, where my personal website has been my corner of the internet, and it's where all my clients go and check out my portfolio, people buy my brushes, see my blog posts, and get a general feel for who I am and to ask me for work. Having a Squarespace website means that you don't have to be a computer genius or a web design genius to have a beautiful website. You can do it through thousands of themes and templates on Squarespace, where it makes it easy for you to create a professional looking website. If you'd like to enhance your corner of the internet and to get your brand out there, or to make a blog, or to sell your products for design resources, then click that link down below for 10% off Squarespace, with a free trial of course as well. And if you already have a Squarespace website, link it down below in the comments so I can see it and get some inspiration from you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm going to actually run all of the designs on the screen right now in front of your face so you know who to vote for. Now, all the voting happens, I believe, up here in the actual video player in the card, so make sure you go and vote for the design that you think was most deserving to win in this episode. The winner, of course, features into the finals of Come Design With Me, where they'll be in for a chance of winning a $200 Amazon gift card voucher. If you haven't done so already and you feel inclined to, or would like to see this type of content again every week, normally twice or 3 times a week, then click that red subscribe button down below and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video when I upload. If you liked the video, press that like button and comment down below. If you didn't like the video, hit the dislike button twice, and I will catch you in the next video. See you soon. Goodbye.